In more top stories we are following today, a woman is dead after an early morning shooting in Hammond. This happened at the Chevron off US 190. It was caught on security video. Take a look here. Police say a gray sedan was parked at a pump when another car pulled up to them. Two suspects are then seen getting out of that white car and shooting into the gray car before driving off. The victim was sitting in the back seat. Now, from the time the gray car pulls up to the time the white car leaves, that's just a minute and a half. Officials are still searching for suspects. Nearly half of all coaches for the New Orleans Recreation Department weren't given background checks, and at least 2 of those had criminal histories that should have kept them from getting a job. That's according to the Inspector General. A letter released today by the OIG raises concerns about lax rules. NORD officials say a fix is already underway, adding, quote, "The safety and well-being of the children and families we serve is our highest priority." As tech companies look to build new data centers, one local parish is beating them to the punch. St. Charles Parish is the first in Southeast Louisiana to put strict regulations on the books for those massive facilities. On Monday, the council unanimously passed new ordinances to set strict rules on zoning, noise limits, and buffer zones for these massive tech utilities. Parish officials say no tech companies have actually applied to build there yet, but leaders say they want to be proactive. Looking ahead now, nearly a year after she was identified in a WWL Louisiana investigation, Dorothy Taquino is going home. Tomorrow, a woman once interred in an unmarked grave at the Hurricane Katrina Memorial will finally be buried under the headstone she purchased for herself nearly 40 years ago. I'll take you to St. Bernard Parish for the moment of closure and healing for a community devastated by the storm. That'll be tomorrow at 6 and 10 right here on WWL Louisiana and streaming on the WWL app for your phone and TV. Meanwhile, there are a few concerts going on tomorrow night, like Opera in the Piazza. That's at the Piazza d'Italia from 7 to 10. There will be performances from local and national opera stars, along with food and drinks. Tickets are $35, or you can get VIP tickets for $125. That gets you preferred seating and dinner in the American Italian Cultural Center. And you can head to a free Friday concert at Tipitina's. This year marks 20 years of the weekly entertainment. Tomorrow, Dave Jordan and the NIA plus Cardboard Cowboy will hit the stage. Doors open at 8. The show begins at 9. It is free for anyone 21 or older. And a different band will perform every week until September 4th. Earlier this week, we told you about a warning from Louisiana health officials. Cases of flea-borne typhus are growing across the state. In the last year and a half, 17 people have contracted the illness and 2 have died. Today, we are hearing from a local man who is now in recovery, and he spoke with medical reporter Meg Ferris today. First, Meg, how is he feeling?
He has been in the hospital, Devin, for more than 3 weeks. He is a U.S. Air Force veteran. He's 73 years old. He said he was always been in great shape. He saw our story and thought, wait a minute, this is right here in our area because I'm in the hospital for 3 weeks. It took about a week to diagnose. He said he was incoherent. He said he almost died. A couple of times he told me that he almost died. When they figured out what it was, they put him on the antibiotic, doxycycline. He said his dog, Charlie, his little beagle, is fine with no fleas, but he got dehydrated one day in this heat we're having, passed out in the yard, and the fleas attacked him while he was passed out. And the neighbors have been battling fleas. So it's...
Wow. Have we heard, do you know how rare this is, or how bizarre is it that this is in the New Orleans area? Because it feels a little unheard of.
Fleas or typhus? No,
Typhus,
just kidding. No.
or maybe flea-borne typhus.
Because we know fleas of, what is it, 2,000 eggs in their lifetime a female can lay, and she only lives like 3 months. That's a lot of babies. It's a lot of maternity ward. Anyway, no, they've had a lot less of it.
Sure.
But they're seeing it a lot more, and that's why the warning came out. But we still don't know if it's 17 cases because it doesn't have to be reported. So it's not one of those where you're mandated to report. Doctors are mandated to report to to state health officials. So it could be a lot more, and it could be a lot of people who have symptoms and don't know that it's typhus.
Wow.
So just very quickly, and this is not pleasant to discuss, but it comes from the fleas, their feces, which is so tiny you can hardly see it. But if you have a scratch, a cut, it gets in that, or you touch your eyes, nose, and mouth. That's how you get this bacteria. I know, you're battling a cold. Not typhus.
Sorry, it's not typhus.
It's not typhus.
And I apologize for coughing during your while we're talking here. But,
Perfectly, we've all been there.
Wow. Okay. All right. So interesting.
6
Full
o'clock.
story, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. On top of it. All right, Meg, thank you so much. And remember, you can find all of Meg's medical stories on our website, our social media pages, and our free app for your phone or TV.